G'day, haven't done a video for a while, so I thought I'd better quickly throw something up. I'm still brewing, I've just been a bit crook and haven't felt like having a camera in my face, to be honest. I've been doing lots of different things over the last month or so. I've been mucking around with the recircing with a pump through the mash tun. What else have I been doing? All sorts of things. I actually thought with the recirc, if I'm going to do that, I may as well build a quick herm system. So that's on the agenda. I just got a second-hand keg in today. I got for $1.25 for a corny keg. I'm going to probably cut that in half and use it for my herms. And I was also busy with the SJ Pour competition. I was the Australian hub, of course. The results for that are on the SJ Pour side. If you haven't seen them, I come fourth, which I was very happy with. And congratulations to all the other winners. Go and have a look on the SJ Pour side, and the international finals are coming up soon. But what I'm doing today, I'm here, I'm brewing on the weekend, so I just got to cleaning up a few things. And what I haven't done for a while is had a look at my ball valves, especially the one today that I'm worried about is on my boil pot, or boil kettle, whatever you want to call it. It's just your average stainless steel ball valve. So I'll quickly take that off and we'll have a look at it. So there it is there. Now these can be taken apart. That bit screws out. Don't put these in a vise to hold it, because you could squash the threads. But 2 spanners and you can get it undone. It can be a bit tricky and a bit tight, and when you're doing it back up, don't do it too tight. What you can do is squash all the guts of the ball valve and make it not work properly, and you won't be able to move the handle. But they do come apart if you feel the need. Now some people buy the 3-piece ones because they think they're easier to clean. I actually think these are easier to clean. Those 3-piece ones can be a real pain to pull them all apart. But as you can see, this needs a clean. And I rinse this all the time, every time I use it. But it's very hard to get in there and clean behind the valve there. It's just hard to do. So there's an easy way. I might not clean it perfectly, but it'll sanitize it, and that's all you need, especially if you use a chiller in your boil pot. My boiling water goes through this on the way to the chiller, so it's not quite as important, but you don't want grub like that going into your nice new beer. So very simply, just boil it in some water. You boil that for 15 minutes, it's going to be nice and sanitized. You can always pull it out, twist the ball valve a few times, or even turn it the other way and put it back in if you think you need to, but that'll sanitize it. So it's that easy. That's all you have to do. But if you are running especially chilled water through it, it's worth doing. It's worth doing every brew. I would be doing it every brew if I was running chilled water through it. You can try running Star San, open, close the tap, open, close the tap. You know, you just never know if it's getting right into where you need to. At least you know if it's boiling. The temperature's there to kill anything that might be in there. Now I still use these old brass ones on my mash tun. So that's them there. Now I've used these for years, all different ones for different purposes, not just for brewing. And there's just one thing you got to be careful about with brewing, is I've had one fail on me and break. Now what happens, I don't know if you can see, there's a join down there, and when you buy them they're like that. So you screw them on to your mash tun that way, so you can use the tap without the tap hitting into the mash tun, of course. Now what happened to me, I was regulating the flow out of the mash tun and it broke. So that fell off totally. I think I've got a bit of footage. I'll play it right now. Nah. The tap broke. The nut of the tap's still on there. And the tap broke. That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. And that's this one. So what I had to do, I had no way of stopping it, no tap to turn it off. So in the end, I stuck my finger over it. It was bloody hot, mash temps, till we could get a bucket and sort it out. I emptied out the rest of the mash into a bucket, fixed the tap up, put a new tap on, and then poured the liquid, the wort, back into the mash to continue. But there's a simple fix for that. So when you buy these new, all you do is you undo the top nut where the handle is. Comes off easy. And you just switch the handle around, turn it around the other way. Put the nut back on. Don't tighten it up too tight, just enough to hold it on there. And there you go. If it ever fails again, you're screwing on that way. If this bit ever breaks off, you've still got the tap to use to turn it off. And you can sort out your problems, whatever they are, wherever you've got it hooked up. But it's just a handy little tip. Turn the handle around, just watch where your joins are on them. So if it ever breaks, your tap's on the side to stop your flow. So that's it, quick tip, maintain your ball valves. You really can't trust just running cleaner through them sometimes and opening and shutting it. You just never know what's in there. I thought that ball valve there was clean. I'd actually run sodium bicarbonate and OxyClean through it a few times, open and shut, then boiling water, open and shut, and just when I pulled it off to have a look, then there was still a lot of gunk in there. As I said, you can pull them apart if you like. It's a little bit more work. It's not hard to do, it's not hard at all. Just you got to be careful torquing them up again. Don't do it too tight or you might stuff the whole thing. So the easiest thing to do is just to boil it. 15 minutes, there you go, sanitised. Alright, cheers.